true. This arrow will hit its target.
Diving into the world of isekai often means encountering the same familiar tropes and overhyped titles, but not always, fellas. There's a treasure trove of underrated isekai gems waiting to be discovered. These hidden masterpieces offer fresh takes, unique settings, and compelling characters that deserve the spotlight. Join us at Animeology as we discuss the 10 underrated isekai anime that deserve some attention. Let's begin. Number 10, Someday Will I Be the Greatest Alchemist? You're Takumi Iruma, trying to get by with your life, but there's this goddess that can't seem to do anything right. She's like the cosmic version of a clumsy puppy, always tripping over her own divinity. So when she accidentally summons you to another world, you're about as excited as a snail on a hot sidewalk. As compensation for the mix-up, she offers you a wish. Thinking, hey, I just want a peaceful life, you choose the seemingly boring skill of alchemy. But little did you know, alchemy in this world is like having a magic wand that can create anything, from a fluffy cloud to a dragon-slaying sword. Suddenly, you're the most powerful alchemist in the land, a walking, talking potion-making machine. You're turning villages into mega cities, creating flying ships, and even brewing the most potent coffee this side of the dimensional rift. It's like you've gone from being a nobody to a somebody, all thanks to a goddess's accidental blunder. And who knew alchemy could be so profitable? Number 9, The Wrong Way to Use Healing Magic.
Is the present prettiest girl in school a fantasy nerd? Wait, that's what it's talking about?
Wishing for simplicity, you got something more. A power so grand it's low-key ruining you. Kinsato, while being a typical mob in his own right, had a life so mundane, it was almost a feat. But then, like a cosmic joke, he gets thrown into a world where everyone's got superpowers and he's just there, hoping he doesn't accidentally summon a squirrel instead of a firestorm. He winds up being a hero, but more like the hero of a sitcom where the main character's always tripping over their own feet. While his friends are wielding swords and casting spells, Kin's got a gift for healing. Imagine being the guy who's always the designated driver, but in a world where everyone's got drunk on magic. Rose, the tough-as-nails captain of the kingdom's rescue team, sees his potential and decides he needs a little training. It's like being forced into boot camp for healing, complete with drills, shouting, and a whole lot of "you're not good enough yet." But Ken's determined. He wants to protect his friends, even if it means becoming the most overpowered healer in the land. Number 8, I'm Standing on a Million Lives.
I prefer to be alone.
Death games are typically great. You get some drama, some power-ups, and some good guy beating the bad guy. But what if you don't know who the big baddie is? For Yusuke Yotsuya, everything is a blank slate. He's been dropped into a world where monsters are bigger than buildings and death is just a temporary inconvenience. He's now waking up in a video game where the stakes are real, and you're the main character without the cheat codes. Yusuke, our reluctant hero, is a guy who'd rather spend his days in front of a screen than dealing with real-world problems. But when he finds himself trapped in a game of life and death, he's forced to step up and face the monsters, both literal and metaphorical. With his newfound friend Shindo and Hakuzaki, he's got to navigate a world filled with danger and uncertainty. It's a choose-your-own-adventure novel, but with less branching paths and more existential dread.
Wind power!
Is that it?
Number 7, So I'm a Spider, So What? Isekai is great. You become a beauty bomb, gain the power of a lifetime, and just solo the world like it's nothing. So what happens if you're none of that? What if you're waking up as a spider? Not just any spider, but the kind that's so small, it might as well be a speck of dust. You're surrounded by monsters that could crush you like a bug, and your only weapon is a set of fangs that might as well be a tickle. That's the unfortunate situation our protagonist finds herself in. While her classmates are reincarnated into fancy positions like princes and princesses, she's stuck in a dungeon, weaving webs and hoping she doesn't get eaten before breakfast. But she's not one to give up. She discovers that this new world has a system like an RPG, so she starts leveling up, hunting monsters, and generally trying to survive. It's like playing a survival game, but with real-life consequences. Yet, there are always some power boosts along the way, if you look closely, wink wink.
I asked for not a frog, but that's a damn human!
Number 6, Sunny Boy. Some fictional realities just hit differently. Imagine a world where your school building is a cosmic ship floating aimlessly through a void. 36 students, thrown together by fate, are about to discover that their lives are about to get a whole lot more interesting. Supernatural powers start popping up like mushrooms after a rainstorm. Some students are turning into walking flamethrowers, while others are gaining the ability to control gravity. Naturally, chaos ensues. The student council, trying to maintain order in this bizarre new world, clashes with the students who have these special abilities. It's a battle between control and freedom, tradition and rebellion. But as they explore this strange dimension, they realize that there are rules to this place, and breaking them could have dire consequences. It's a game of cosmic hide and seek, but with way higher stakes. And then, a student takes a leap of faith, and the school finds itself in a brand new dimension. What's happening? Who knows? But one thing's for sure, the only way from here is forward. Number 5, Recreators. Let's flip the script. You're not the main character in your own life anymore. Sota wakes up one day and finds his favorite anime character, the sassy, sword-wielding Celestia Eupatilia, standing in his living room, confused, ready to kick some serious butt. Talk about fangirl dreams come true, right? But wait, there's more. Turns out, Celestia isn't the only fictional character who's decided to take a vacation from their made-up world. A princely knight, a magical girl, a ruthless brawler, and a whole bunch of other characters are now roaming the streets of Japan, causing chaos and confusion. And then there's Gunpuku no Himegimi, the mysterious woman in military regalia who seems to know everything about the creator's world. It's like she's playing a real-life game of Spot the Anime reference. So, what does a normal high school student do when his world gets invaded by a bunch of fictional characters? Well, he teams up with the librarian NPC, of course. Together, Sota and Metora try to figure out what's going on, while Celestia and the others try to figure out how to get back home. Reality is fractured, and someone shady is behind the scenes. But who? Number 4, the Far Away Paladin.
Not too shabby.
It's time to write the ultimate recipe book of getting overpowered. First, you take a main character named Will. Next, you toss him into a post-apocalyptic world where his guardians are a skeleton, a ghost, and a mummy. Sounds like a recipe for disaster, right? Wrong. This is the secret sauce of becoming the ultimate overpowered protagonist. As Will grows older, he realizes that his guardians, while incredibly cool, are also incredibly, well, dead. So he decides to leave the safety of his undead family and venture into the unknown. But before he goes, he has to make a choice. Swear an oath to a god and receive a powerful blessing. Or, well, don't swear an oath and probably die a painful death.
It was tough at first, but I can handle it without any trouble now. Even if I encounter Roscus or a similarly strong enemy, I don't struggle anymore.
Number 3, Tsukimichi.
Wow, it actually worked.
Life can be really bizarre for some. Makoto Misumi, our hapless hero, was basically a pawn in a cosmic game of chess. His parents, in a moment of questionable parenting, agreed to a deal with a goddess that would send him to another world to be the hero. But the goddess, in a display of divine pettiness, decided he was too ugly to be the face of heroism. So, Makoto sent off to the middle of nowhere, armed with the ability to understand every language except the one that matters. It's like being fluent in Klingon and Elvish, but struggling to order pizza. But hey, silver linings, right? Turns out this new world is a magical playground for people like Makoto. His human body, combined with the world's magical energy, is like a superhero factory, pumping out powers faster than a candy machine. And as if that wasn't enough, he becomes the accidental leader of a ragtag group of demi-humans and mythical creatures. But even with all this success, Makoto still yearns for human connection. It's a lonely existence, being the only human in a world of monsters. So he sets out on a quest to find other humans, hoping to prove that even a goddess can't keep fate from bringing people together.
Piercing flames, numerous spears. Fire spear, volley!
Number 2. Campfire Cooking in Another World.
Behind you! Come forward, human. You would do well to listen.
Chefs, they can be a bit extra. Makoto, our culinary hero, is summoned to another world for a heroic mission, but his superpower is online shopping. Instead of swinging swords and casting spells, he's whipping up gourmet meals with ingredients straight from the digital aisles of Japan. Makoto's skills might not be conventional hero material, but they're definitely the flavorful hero material. His culinary prowess quickly becomes legendary, drawing the attention of the mythical wolf Fell, a creature of legend known for its fearsome reputation, is more interested in the aroma of roast chicken than the thrill of battle. The two form an unlikely partnership, with Fell becoming Makoto's loyal companion.
Let's go!
Number 1. Fate Grand Order.
Mash here!
The story follows Ritsuka Fujimaru, a dedicated master working for the Chaldees Security Organization, whose mission is to prevent humanity's extinction by rectifying distortions in history known as singularities. Accompanied by Mash Kairi, a unique shoulder-class demi-servant, Ritsuka travels through various pivotal moments in time, summoning and commanding legendary heroes and mythical figures, known as servants, each with their own distinct classes and noble phantasms. The anime delves into their adventures across different historical and fantastical settings, such as ancient Egypt, medieval Europe, and mythical realms, as they battle corrupted forces and formidable antagonists to restore the natural flow of history.
Prepare yourselves.